Hello everybody. So we'll be doing reading with Mr. Singh over the next couple of weeks whilst we are in quarantine, which means we can't leave the house until October the 15th when we go back to school. Right, let's have a look at a text. So what I'm going to do is one day I will go through a text with you and show you how to work around it, and the next day I'll put some questions up and you can answer them. I will also then the following day put up the answers to those questions to see how well you did. Now remember, reading, there is a big examiner for your SAT, so it's very, very important that you keep the good work that you've been doing the past few weeks going. So let's have a look at today's text. Arachnophobia. Now, just by looking at the title, I can think to myself, it's got the word phobia in there, and I think I know what that means. Do you know what it means? Well, it means that you've got a fear of something. So I'm looking at the word phobia as part of arachnophobia. Here it is. It's got a fear of something. But then fear of what? Arachno. Well, if you don't know that it's short for arachnids, you could just look around and see the pictures of the spider's webs, see the picture of the spider, and it gives you a clue. Right, let's read. Be afraid, be very afraid, for we are about to embark on a terrifying journey. A journey that will strike fear into the hearts of many. A journey that will see us peer deep into the dark and sinister world of a vicious killer. So come, stay close, and keep your eyes peeled as we explore the hidden realms of one of the Earth's most fascinating and at times deadly creatures, the spider. So this is a non-fiction text, but this introduction is read like fiction. Why do we think that is? Well, could it be to draw the reader in, to give them that sense of intrigue, to make them interested? Because we've got the use of repetition. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Then we're using words like, well, if we go back to repetition, we've got journey a couple of times there. So it's using all those writer's tricks. And then we've got words like terrifying and strike fear is a good phrase there. Fear into the heart. I'm going to circle the word peer, because that's got a couple of meanings and that might come in useful. But we'll see us peer deep into the dark, so it's not happy, sinister world of a vicious killer. So come, stay close, keep your eyes peeled. Eyes peeled, what could that mean? Because you don't peel your eyes like some potatoes. You're not peeling carrots. I think if I was watching a film and it said keep your eyes peeled, or if I was asked to do something and I had to keep my eyes peeled for it, I wonder what that could be. Hidden is a good word. Explore the hidden realms of one of the Earth's most fascinating and at times deadly creatures, the spider. So, whilst you're at home, you've got maybe you have to see some spiders because it's getting to winter and they're coming in the house for warmth. I don't think we have the deadly creatures at home, okay? But we're going to stick to the top of the page and let's look at the top right. And it says fascinating fact. Now if there's facts in here, might be a good place to underline or highlight any nouns or any statistics, anything that if we got asked a retrieval question, those questions where we've got to go and pull the information out, we are on it straight away. So let's have a look. Fascinating fact. Did you realise that the drag line, oh that's an interesting word, produced by the golden orb weaver spider, well, it's the name of a spider, I better underline that, is the strongest natural fibre known to man. It is stronger than steel, and more elastic than nylon. Well, that's a good one. Scientists in the US are even trying to copy this material to use in bulletproof vests. So it must be strong, because bulletproof vests, if you've got that in your head, you know that they can stop bullets, which is pretty impressive. And also, remember, it does not say us. They're in capital letters, so we say US, and I think to myself, US, what's that? They're in the US, so it must be a country or a place. It's the United States. Right, so what have we learnt from here? That the golden orb weaver spider produces the strongest natural fibre, which is stronger than steel and more elastic than nylon. Elastic. What could that mean if something's elastic? Think about what I know. Elastic band. What do I do with an elastic band? I stretch it. Right, so it's stretchier than nylon. Scientists in the United States are trying to copy this material for bulletproof vests. So got my key facts. Oops, let's scroll down using this one. So next, we're going to look at the diagram. And it says the anatomy of a spider. I don't know what an anatomy is, well I do, but you know, if I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, what is an anatomy? That is a brand new word. But I can look at the diagram and it goes, oh look, it's got an arrow pointing to its legs and its eyes and where its spinnerets are. So anatomy, in my head I can say, oh, so it's a picture of what the spider is made up of, what the different parts of the spider are. So if I had the anatomy of a human, what would I have? Well, I'd have arms, legs, hands, eyes, ears, nose. Right, so we're on it. So let's have a look. We'll go clockwise. So we've got our legs here, 8 legs. Thorax, and that arrow is pointing to its head. Do I have something in my head that begins with a th? Oh, I've got my throat. Oh, maybe it's a similar area. Abdomen. Well, we've got abdomens. And it looks to be in the stomach area. Spinnerets. Spin. Spiders spin webs. Right, maybe that's what it's for. Tarsal claws. Why does a spider need claws? And I think to myself, where have I seen spiders? They tend to be on the wall. Maybe those are the claws that keep the spiders on the wall. I know what eyes are. And look, it's got 8 of them just by looking at the diagram. And palps. Never heard of that before. But there they are. There's the palp. And it says palps. So it's 2. I've seen insects before. Maybe they are something that it can sense with. Spiders do have good senses. Right. Let's have a look at the next paragraph. And we'll go for a nice green colour. So, let's have a go. Anyone want to read? Oh, I'll do it. You lazy bunch. So, the giant trapdoor spider. Look, that's in bold, but I'm going to underline it anyway because it's the name of a spider. Can be found, there's a place coming up, can be found in Southeastern Asia, China and Japan, and measures over 11 centimeters in diameter. Statistic there about the spider. However, This 8-legged fiend, I know it's got 8 legs, so I'm not going to underline that, does not build webs like an ordinary spider. Well, that's a fact. Doesn't build webs, eh? But instead chooses to burrow underground. Burrow. Rabbits burrow. Maybe that means dig. A process that can take anything from 6 to 12 hours. There's a good fact. Once the burrow is lined with silk and hidden from view by a trap door, these cunning predators, what could cunning mean? So I'm going to think about what I've just read and what might be afterwards, and maybe it'll give me a clue. I can come back to it. These cunning predators lie in wait until the vibrations from a passing insect alert them that dinner is close at hand. Oh, so cunning. They don't do webs. They burrow underground. They fill the inside with silk. Oh, silk, I wonder if that's what the web is made from. And then they build a trap door. And then they wait for the ground to vibrate. And they know dinner's there, so cunning. If they're cunning, that must mean they're quite smart, because that takes a lot of thinking. So these smart predators lie there waiting. Right, now I know what it means. Rushing out, they grab their victim and drag them into their lair to feast on their flesh. Right, I'm going to highlight that last bit, because lair is an interesting word, and I've heard that before. And feast on their flesh. Oh, sounds pretty gruesome. It's going back to that fiction-y style, draw you in writing. Let's move on. The world's largest spider, fact, wow, largest spider, is the Goliath spider, bold and name, of South America. 2 capital letters. I think I know where that's from. Because of its size, up to 25 centimeters in diameter. I'm thinking it says up to. It doesn't say it is 25, so it can't go higher, but it might be a bit lower. So it could be 24, 23, 22. This spider is fearless and will think nothing of hunting much larger prey, such as frogs, mice, birds, and even small snakes. Well, there's a fact, isn't it? It can hunt larger things, and there's a list of what it can hunt. So I wonder if I might get asked a question about it. In common with all tarantulas. Oh, it's got it in common with all tarantulas. Maybe it is a tarantula. Their fangs are designed to strike downwards. Fangs go down. Rather than work like pincers with other spiders. And yet, despite its size, its large jaws are not equipped for chewing. Doesn't chew. As with all spiders, chemicals in its saliva help break down its lunch into a liquid soup, which it can then suck up. In the case of a large frog or lizard, this process can take up to a day. So I'm just thinking to myself, so all spiders have got like chemicals in its saliva. So as it sort of sucks on it, it breaks it down into a liquid soup. Now, soup's in inverted commas, so it's not really a soup, but if I think of a bowl of soup, it's like a puddle of food, and then it sucks it up. But in the big foods, it takes a day for it to dissolve. Ooh. Let's change colours, go to the last one. The black widow. Ooh. in comparison, so it's comparing to the other two, is much harder to spot and to see. Black with a scarlet hourglass shape on her abdomen. Oh, abdomen, we've had that before. Where is it? Anatomy of a spider, abdomen. There it is. So, if I go and have a look, oh, look, there it is. On its abdomen, it's that hourglass shape. And for those of you wondering what an hourglass is, do you know those things where you have sand in them, and you might find them in a board game these days, or you see them in a film, and they've got sand in, and it's a timer, and you flip it upside down. That's the sort of thing we're talking about. So on her abdomen is that. The female, oh, right, female, so maybe we're going to talk about the male later, measures roughly 1 centimetre long, and the male is much smaller at around 4 millimetres. 0.4 centimetres, that is tiny. 0.04 centimetres, sorry. Right, located in warmer, no, 0.4 centimetres. 0.04 centimetres, 0.04 centimetres. Located in warmer climates such as Australia and South Africa, this deadly hunter is best known for its venomous bite. Oh, venomous. Wonder what's in its bite. Venom. Oh. And accounts for almost half of all cases of spiders biting humans in the USA. Oh, they tried to trick me because they put US earlier and then USA. So half of the cases of spiders biting humans in the United States come from black widows. Rarely does it result in death. Oh, rarely. Oh, rarely means it doesn't happen very often, or there are not many of them. But the toxic venom causes muscle spasms. Oh, so what does the venom do? Causes muscle spasms and sickness, which may last for a week. So it doesn't exactly, but it could last for a week after being bitten. Interestingly, though, it is only the female's bite that is dangerous. Oh, so not the male, that tiny male. The female is the one that can get you. Oh, a bit more information here. Where did this come from? www.kidzone.ws/LW/spiders. That might come in useful. So, if we take a look, we've read the whole text and highlighted things which have got facts, statistics, and any information that might come in useful when our questions swing around. So, what I'm going to do is put a copy of this text on the website, and if you can print it off, fantastic. I'll also put a copy of it on Word, so if you can't print it off, you can use the highlighting tool on Microsoft Word to do it. If not, the copy of the text will be on the website for you to have a look at the questions, to help you with the questions tomorrow, to have a look at when the questions come up tomorrow. Hopefully this has been some help. Gone through, pulled out all the facts, learnt about some deadly spiders, the giant trapdoor, the Goliath spider, the black widow, and some strong spiders like the golden orb weaver spider. Until tomorrow, it's Mr. Singh, over and out.